This is my state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gonna make it, but at the end of the day, this will be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us making players at every angle that you could think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gonna do, we gotta
All right, what's good, people? Welcome to episode number 30. Made it 30 episodes, Dave. It's good, man.
No, man. Crazy, huh? Flew by, too.
Yeah, it did. Episode 30 of the Panther Nation podcast. I'm Rashad.
And I'm David, man. What's going on, man? How y'all feeling today?
It's got to be a good day, man. It's got to be a good day. Let me just go ahead and get right into it, man. Get right into it. Sweet Caroline, good time never seems so good. Sweet Caroline. I had to let it rock for a little bit longer, man. A little bit longer than normal because it was a glorious day, glorious Sunday. Man, I'm telling y'all right now, if you've never been to a Carolina Panthers game and you want to go to your first one, go to an Atlanta Falcons game at Bank of America because it was lit. It was lit in there, man. Had a blast. I was surprised my voice came back. I was screaming. It's good times, man. Good times. So we beat the Atlanta Falcons 20-17. You know, it was a good hard fought win. Dave, what's your initial thoughts on the game, man?
Oh, I love what I saw, and I love Julio Jones for dropping that touchdown pass,
bruh.
Nah, but overall, man, I loved. I'm gonna have to give your boy Mr. Shula a little bit of credit.
Come on, come on.
Now I'll give him some credit. I'll give him some credit.
Come on.
I'll give him some credit. Some credit.
I'm
not gonna give him all the credit, but I'm gonna give him some credit.
Come on.
But I'll tell you what.
Dave, this is the sound of Dave getting on the Shula bandwagon.
I'm not on the wagon.
That's the first. You got one foot on the wagon.
Look, man.
You got one foot in, man.
And then the wagon will run away and my foot will fall out. Like, let's be real about the situation at hand here. So yeah, I'm gonna give Shula some credit. I'm gonna give him some credit. He, for the most part, he called a pretty good game. Hey
Dave, this is tea I'm sipping, by the way. This is tea. You see this tea I'm sipping right here? This is tea I'm sipping. I'm just gonna sip this tea while you go ahead and go ahead,
sip
man.
away. Sip away. I look. Let's. It's 1 week. We'll see. This is the highest a Shula offense has been. Other than the MVP year of Cam, this is the highest a Shula offense has been his entire career. Believe it or not, at this point in the year. Like, so he's 21st for him is, you know, for him is a vast improvement over the norm. So I'll give him some credit. He called a pretty good game on Sunday. He called a pretty good game, and our defense played excellent. Our defense played really well. So I think if it's for us to get to the bowl, it's gonna be off our defense. But I think the personnel moves, and that's why I wasn't like in a panic when we traded Kelvin. I think this is gonna help our offense because there's a lot more things that were open this week than wasn't before because of the threat of the speed.
Is it my turn yet?
It can be. I'm not saying he had a perfect game.
All right,
by
go ahead,
the way.
Continue.
I'm not saying he had a perfect game, by the way. But just remember, when you defend Shula, typically it's because he didn't have the personnel. He lost his best receiver, right? And all of a sudden, the offense is competent because before it wasn't competent, and it looks like the management.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah, you can ask me a question, sir. What's the question?
You are the same. This is the same guy. This is Dave Rose, the same guy that talked everybody off the ledge when Kelvin Benjamin got hurt in 2015. I remember vividly. This the dude that said, "Don't panic, guys. We're gonna be okay." Well, I'm sitting here like, man, season's over. Season's over. We lost KB. It's a wrap. It's the same dude that said, "We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right."
You know why I said that?
And what do we do? What do we do? We continued to go on. We continue to go on 15-1. Cam Newton MVP. Mike Shula, offensive coordinator of the year. Went to the Super Bowl. We lost, but we went to the Super Bowl. It's a hell of an accomplishment, by the way. And we had a great season. Yeah. So what did we just do? We just traded away Kelvin Benjamin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's starting to look a little bit like 2015, right?
A little bit.
Okay, it's the same concepts. Yeah, it's the same concepts. You got Ted. You don't have Ted Ginn, but you got Curtis Samuel. You don't got Cotchery, but you got Russell Shepard, and you still got Devin Funchess. And guess who still ain't got his dog? Cam Newton don't even got his dog yet.
You saw that video?
So imagine when Cam Newton get his dog back. This offense is gonna be great. I'm telling y'all, man. We rushed for 201 yards. Everybody want to talk about. I got into a little beef on Twitter today because everybody want to and group me. Everybody want to talk about the negatives, man. Cam Newton is the leading rusher. He can't sustain. We can't have Cam Newton as a leading rusher. It's not like Cam had 20 plus rushes. He had one big gain. Like he ran for like 40 some yards on that one play. So it's not like he's out here like rushing the ball a million times. And mind you, had Jonathan Stewart not fumbled the ball twice, we probably would have destroyed the Falcons. We probably would have put up like 30 some points had Jonathan Stewart not fumbled. So I don't want to hear nothing about Shula anymore. And nothing. You guys are not going to sit here and bash Shula anymore. I don't want to hear it. 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 Shula called, and let me tell you, Shula doesn't adjust. Shula doesn't adjust. That's what you guys say. Shula doesn't adjust. There. You know what he did? Let me tell you what he did. Because I remember I was in the stands. They had Devin Funchess. Devin Funchess was wide out, and they had it was a stacked offensive line, and they had Jonathan Stewart, and they had Alex Armour as a lead block. They ran the ball, and they didn't get anything. It was stuff play, right? So the next time they come out, they in that same formation. I'm in my head. I'm like, damn, this is what they was talking about, man. This is why Shula's trash. This is why he's going to do something stupid, right? So what does he do? He calls the naked bootleg. He fakes the handoff. Cam goes for like 60 yards. What's that? That's like an adjustment. That's adjustment, right? That's what we call that. That's an adjustment. Is that not? Atlanta had 9 dudes in the box. They knew what was coming. And what did Shula do? Run it, Cam. Do it, Cam. And Cam did it. But guess what happened the next play? Jonathan Stewart fumbles the ball. I guess it's Shula's fault. Jonathan Stewart fumbled the ball, right?
Oh no, absolutely not.
That's his fault.
Oh, absolutely
I guess that's his fault.
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
No, Stewart. We're gonna get to him. We're gonna get there.
We definitely getting him. And all right, all jokes aside, because I'm basking in my Shula glory. All jokes aside, it was a well called game. If we're gonna keep it a buck, in the fourth quarter, I didn't like the way he called the fourth quarter.
But we never like how it happens, man. We never we destroyed these dudes. We had 20 unanswered points. We destroyed these dudes, and then in the fourth quarter,
have more too.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter, this happens, and this is what bothers me about us sometimes. And that's our nickname, Cardiac Cats. I get it. But we could have finished this off. Like, it shouldn't have taken Julio dropping the ball wide open. I mean, wide open for us to save this game. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going out tonight to go pick on a Falcons fan.
The memes.
Man.
The memes were hilarious, man. The memes were funny.
Oh, man. Yeah, we about to. Well, we gonna get the stew.
Oh yeah, we definitely getting the stew. Let us get through this recap. Let's get through the recap first. We can get the stew.
But the other thing too, I felt like Cameron Artis-Payne should have got some burn, man.
Yeah, me too. At one point I was questioning whether he was active because I was at the game, so I didn't get a chance to I didn't hear what was going on. But then I saw him come out for special teams. I'm like, yo, he's definitely active. Why is he not getting carries? And I think Rivera said in his post-game press conference that they wanted to show that they believe in him. They wanted to give him a shot to do his thing. So that's just kind of, it is what it is with that. I guess they didn't want to bail on him, so they let him get his shine. But he got 21 carries. And it was unacceptable. Oh, no, 11 carries, 21 yards. So I don't know, man. It's not looking good for Stu. We'll get to him later. Let's talk about Christian McCaffrey though. Another one. Everybody was ready to get up. Yep. Look, I've been wearing this jersey all year. Jersey stands, CMC, man. I've been wearing the jersey. Talk about it, man.
He looked like a running back, didn't he? It's amazing. It's amazing what speed does sometimes. And he actually broke tackles. He broke tackles. The middle. He went outside. He looked like a back. Impressive. Yeah, he looked good.
Impressive. It was almost like he knew he had to step it up. Like he couldn't get away with it. I do agree. We got to see it consistently with him, but I think that was a huge confidence booster for him. I think he knows he can play with. And mind you, let's keep in mind the Atlanta Falcons defense is pretty good. It's above average. Their defense is above, and it's very fast. You're probably not going to see another defense that fast other than ours. So for him to do that against that defense, against those linebackers, is impressive. So I think not Curtis, but CMC, man. C-Mac, he looked good, man. I was very happy. What was his stat line? He had 66 rushing yards.
15 carries, 66 yards, over 4 yards a carry.
You can't beat that. 4 yards a carry. And then what he get past it? He had 28 yards. Almost had 100 all purpose.
Yep. Almost got there.
Yeah, man. That's what we want to see. C-Mac, let's go, man. I like it.
Notice the fact that Kalen Clay was doing punt returns, almost freaking dropped one too.
He did.
Man,
he got punished.
Man.
But
I'm cool with Clay staying back there though. I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'd rather have him there over McCaffrey.
What do you think about? Let's talk about the defense for a second though. Let's talk about the defense for a second. What do you think about? Because I personally love the way Kevon Seymour played. Like he was out there doing pretty well. You didn't see too much Worley out there. And I think they said they liked the way Seymour plays man to man. So he's a better man corner than Worley, which we pointed that out right here on Panther Nation podcast. We said that. Because there was a lot of one-on-one coverages. I was nervous out there. So I called all the one-on-ones, and I was like, man, they really want these boys to kind of guard. I don't think we blitzed a lot either, man. I couldn't tell from where I was watching. Maybe you guys correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think we blitzed too much, man. I think it was just a more 4-man rush and try not to get beat.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's pretty good against the blitz. And it wasn't an injured, unlike last week when I injured Jameis Winston, even though Jameis is very good against the blitz. He's a different guy when he's hurt. But Matt Ryan's pretty good against the blitz too. That's probably part of the reason why we stood back. because Matt Ryan was healthy, so it was a smart game plan.
Yeah, in the first quarter, man, I was nervous. I was in that state. It was mad Falcons. It was not mad Falcons. There was a lot of Falcons fans at the game, and I was nervous, man. We was down 10-0, but then, Matt was under duress, man. He started getting under duress, and he started melting. Matty Ice started melting back there, bro.
Had that happy feet, man.
Yeah, he got the happy feet, man. And that was it. That's all. How many times did we sack him?
Hold on,
let me see.
I'm looking at the snap counts for the defense right now. We sacked this guy.
We had him twice. We sacked him twice.
Yeah.
We hit him. We hit him 8 times. We hit him 8 times, sacked him twice. Horton had one, and Mario Addison had the other one. So shout out to those two. This Peppers was kind of quiet today.
Pep only played 42% of the snaps. Now, with regard back to the cornerbacks, Seymour played 73% of the snaps. Worley only played 32% of the snaps.
Yep, I saw a lot of Seymour out there, bro.
Yeah, Seymour is gonna be. Seymour might have taken the job away, man.
I think it may personally. I think it was situational. But I do think when you have receivers you have 2 capable receivers, like on Monday night when we go against the Dolphins, I think you'll see a lot of Kevon Seymour when it comes to man on man. We called it here, man. We said Kevon was going to end up with that spot, man. He's a better corner than Worley, and I like that we got him back. We got him for essentially nothing because we got Kevin Clay back. So it's all good, man. Everything's good. Defense, man. Luke looked good. Mike Adams, man. Shout out to Mike. He is balling right now. Even though he almost gave up that joint to Julio, which he admitted. He admitted he bit on the route. But hey, he also did beautifully undercut that pick. That pick was beautiful, man. And returned it 40 yards, which set us up for some points. So shout out to Mike Adams, man. I think he might be jersey worthy, man. I might have to order me a Mike Adams jersey, man. Because he's balling right now. I like the way he's playing, man. He's finally getting comfortable. I think he's comfortable with the system now, especially with Kurt back there. He can kind of play more free. He don't have to worry about he's got his back covered. So it's cool, man. I love the way the defense is playing right now. I think number 1 defense, right? Number 1 defense in the league.
Number one defense, total defense. 4th in points, 6th in passing yards, 2nd in running yards.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. What defense is balling right now?
If we get to the bowl, it's gonna be because of them, man.
Hey, look, you gotta get it how you live, bro. I think the offense is about to do their part.
Yeah, like the offense doesn't have to be like top 10 to get there. Like last year, like when we got to the bowl, we were number 1 offense in the NFL, and our defense was pretty high too.
Yeah, shout out to Miko. He called out that Kurt Coleman hit though. He did lay Freeman out. It almost cost him that timeout too because he was laid out on the corner. That was where I was sitting. I was like 11 rows back. And they tried to hurry up and get Freeman off the field so they didn't cost him a timeout. He was done though. He was he needed to see they was giving him smelling sauce or something. His joint was jacked up. Kurt laid the wood on your boy. So it's good to have Kurt back, man. Good to have Kurt back. The defense is healthy. I think Mike Adams just got that stinger. I think he's gonna be all right. It looked kind of scary when he laid the wood on Coleman. Yeah, I think defense is great, man. Shout out to the defense, bro. Wilkes, man. Wilkes might end up getting him a daggone head coaching job. He keep coaching like that.
I know, man. The way you keep talking about Mike Shula, he might get a head coaching job too.
Nah, it ain't nobody. Don't nobody want Shula because y'all be bashing him.
No, it ain't us. It's just bashing him, man. Because remember, the NFL don't always remember. The NFL don't always listen to the fan base. So his peers are bashing him too.
Yeah, man. Sorry. What else are we missing? Anything we missing on this game? Let me check a couple notes I got. The 4th down defense too, man. The Falcons were 0-3 on 4th down.
Yeah.
Beautiful stops. I think their kicker was hurt. That's why they kept going for it.
Yep. Yeah. Matt Bryant got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So shout out to the defense, man.
Cam Newton with the slam dunk TD. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was great. I was on that side of the field too when that happened. That was beautiful, man. Cam won it, and here's my concern, man. My slight concern, man, because Cam gets up for these games, for these, the hometown game, the Atlanta game, primetime games, stuff like that. But it's the Chicago Bears games, those kind of games you got to worry about, man. The ones that you expected to win, but you really don't. Those are the ones I'm worried about. So let's just keep it consistent, man. He about to get his dog back in a couple weeks, man. It's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap for you suckers.
Yeah, it will be.
Man. Yeah, it's funny.
I'm just choking over here.
Yo, but man, shout out to what Cam said though. And and I asked this question in the preseason before the season started. I was like, yo, do the Panthers rely on winning too much? Because they show mad emotion when they're winning. It's all good. And we talked about this. It's all good when they're winning, but when they're sorry and when they're not looking so hot, they don't play with no emotion. And Cam said in his press conference, look, we got to play with emotion. When we play with emotion, we even if you got to fake it, you got to play with emotion. So I love what Cam's saying, all the right things except for the Titanic jump. We're gonna let that slide.
Man, I didn't watch Bomani yet. But I know he demonetized today.
Yeah, man. Cam gotta stop. Cam gotta stop, man. He be trying so hard to sound intellectual, and it's just sometimes it just don't come out right, man. But it's cool. It's my quarterback. It's cool, man. It's my quarterback.
It's fine. It's just like rappers. There's some rappers I'm cool with talking about socially conscious issues, and there's some I do not want talking about it. Just stay away. It's fine. So Cam, you're good, man. Play football. Answer the question. Don't have to go for it. You don't have to go for two. We're good here. Just keep playing. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. It's all good, man.
I don't think Cam does that on purpose.
Nah, I don't think he does it on purpose.
I think he legit tries.
Yeah, he tries to sound. Yeah, he tries. He tries so. Like he said one word in his press conference. He was like, he was supposed to say, "I'm a proponent of something. I'm a proponent of this," but he said I'm an opponent. Like he just tries, to sound like intellectual. And I'm not the best, professional speaker anyway. You put me on a stage. I'm not nothing either. But it's just funny, man, because he tries so hard and he just
ruffle the lion's feathers. Classic.
Yeah, it just comes out. Yeah, it just comes out wrong, man. It comes out wrong.
If he makes the Hall of Fame, they have to do a press conference montage just off principle. He has a lot of them. Like
classics, man.
He has classics. A lot of them.
Classics, man.
And things like this is when Bomani's like, I really don't want to talk about Cam, but then he just goes through the entire montage. You got another one? And he just keeps naming other ones. So it is hilarious.
It's all good, man. I'm cool with it. Cam's still my quarterback. We love you, Cam. It don't matter. It don't matter what you do, man. You cool with us, bro.
Absolutely.
Cool with us.
Absolutely.
Camisms, yep. So all right, let's wrap that game up, man. Let's talk about what we got. What's on the daggone agenda, man? Let's talk about NFC South, man, real quick.
Oh, we gotta send somebody to court first, man.
No,
we're not.
I'm tripping. Hold on one second.
Somebody got to go to court.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yo, the people, Panther Nation, what is up with Jonathan Stewart, bruh?
The Daily Show moved on, man. We need Trevor Noah.
I hate to do it to the Panther legend, man. He's a legend, all-time leading rusher. But is it time? We must vote as Panther Nation. is it time for us to move on from Jonathan Stewart?
Do you want to hear it from me first?
Yes,
you
you are up first.
Oh yeah, it's time to go. And this is before the 2 fumbles. Like, I've felt like we've been overpaying him for years. I don't think he's earned the salary that he's gotten. He's been paid as a top 6 running back over the past few years. So yeah, it's time for him to go. The two fumbles was now, yes, the 2 fumbles were out of character for him. He's typically very secure when it comes to football, but he had a fumble early in the year too. So he's had a lot more fumbles this season than any other year. So absolutely, it's time for him to go. It's time to move on. And that's why I was kind of stunned that after the fumbles that Cameron Artis-Payne didn't get a little bit more shine. But like we said before, it might be because they're trying to say we still have faith in Stewart. But if McCaffrey keeps running better like he has been, I'm absolutely fine with having Stewart go. He's had a great career for us. If there's out of the running backs that we've had so far, I'm absolutely happy with him being the leading rusher, especially over D'Angelo Williams. So, but from the standpoint of this team long term, it's time to go ahead and start looking at making sure we want to keep Cameron Artis-Payne around and roll with Christian McCaffrey. Because whenever he comes in, it's predictable, man. We're going to probably try to run it up the middle. He ain't going outside. But to make matters worse, you can't be fumbling the ball like when we're in the opponent's territory. Like that happened twice, which was kind of demoralizing. So, oh yeah, it's time. It's time for him to go, man.
Yeah, I agree. I second that, especially from a Cap perspective. We have been talking about this man since Hurney was around the first go round. Like, bro, you killing us in the cap, and it's time for you to walk, or at least reduce your salary cap figure. He hasn't really been good since 2015. The whole offense was clicking that year, and the fumbles, man, it's like you said, it's so uncharacteristic. The dude was always secure with the ball, and it's just like, man, I don't want to see him go out like this, but. Especially when Cameron Artis-Payne came in last game and he ran the ball so well, even though he only had like 11 yards total, but he came in and ran the ball so well up the middle. It's just like, man, can we see more of that? Why not see what else we got? Like, it's time to start seeing what else we have on the field. And Jonathan Stewart, we love you, bro. Long-time leading rusher. You great, but I think it's time. It's time that we move on. It's time. It's time, man. Yeah, it's not looking good, bro. Like when Christian McCaffrey is running up the middle better than you are, it's a problem.
Facts.
Yeah, so it's not looking good, brother. But I do think he's gonna come back. He's gonna have a good game one of these games, and we can be like, dang, should we get rid of him? But yeah, I think it's time to see what we got in cap this year, and then maybe next year we'll see about potentially drafting another running back, like late 3rd, 4th round, because you see the Kamaras, the Cohens, all these guys that are drafted late are running pretty well. So maybe we can get a power back late. That'd be super dope to match up with. But I think Cap is good. I think Cap is a solid replacement. But Stu, man, bro. And I think we saved like 3.3. I think we saved $3 million next year if we cut him. And we need to, along with cutting him, we need to cut Ryan Khalil as well. That's like we save a lot of money by cutting him. We could be up in the upwards of 30 plus mil if we cut those two in cap space, with really no huge names to re-sign other than Starr, Norwell, and there's one more. Who's the other one? There's a couple more. There's like Larson. If we want to extend Larson as a center, there's a couple more guys we can re-sign, but there's no huge names other than Starr and Norwell. So I think we definitely need to let go of those guys, let go of Ryan Khalil and Jonathan Stewart. It's time to move on from the legends, bro.
It's time to get. My only fear that with Hurney back, it's going to be a tough sell, man. Because you know how he likes to re-sign our guys.
Nah, not this time. We got to cut those dudes. But we'll talk about the cap at some point. down the road. But so let's take a vote. We need to Panther Nation, the chat cats. Let's come to a verdict real quick and vote on that. Yes or no? Should we get rid of Jonathan Stewart after this season or right now? Let's say, let's just say
after the
period.
Season,
should we?
After the season. After the season. Yes or no? Should we get rid of him after the season? Because let's be real, we're not going to get rid of him now.
So we got one student needs to stay. Over the Cap is where I get my cap info from. Over the Cap. Go to overthecap.com. They got a simulator you can play with. You can kind of cut people and extend. It's real fun. People saying 1 more year, man. Wow. Cut P. It's a lot of cuts. It's a lot of cuts.
Y'all are bugging.
Don't get rid of him. We can't pay him. We can't pay him that much. And to keep him, he got to restructure that contract or something. So I think it's pretty close. Yeah, hate to say it. He got to go. No cut, man. Wow, you guys are all over the place, man. I think we got a hung jury, man.
It is hung. I'm kind of shocked it's hung.
But
I know a lot of folks love Stewart though. Like, you know, because he's a nice dude. Yeah, I love him to death. But I mean, like if he fumbles again in a couple weeks, we'll probably bring this up again. See what y'all think. Like, I don't know if his head's not in it anymore, which would be tough. You know, because he made a lot of money, man.
Yeah, Jon Stewart made too much money.
Yeah, he made a lot of money to not be a top 10 running back in the NFL.
So he's costing us about next year if we cut him. Let me get the exact numbers. I wasn't planning on doing this, but the exact numbers. But while I'm doing that, we got to give a round of applause. We didn't talk about it. But let's give a round of applause for Devin Funchess, man. We ain't talk about Devin Funchess.
Nope.
Number 1 receiver. Did well, man. Very well. He got open. What was the stat line, man? He had like what? 80. What do you have?
5 catches, 86 yards.
Yeah, man. Great game. Great game for Devin Funchess, man. Shout out to him. Let me pull up his numbers. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So right now, Jonathan Stewart is next year's cap. His cap hit is 5.25 million. This year he's getting paid. This year he is getting paid. I don't even see him. This year he's getting paid $6 million. So $6 million this year, $5 million next year. But if we cut him next year, we will save $3.7, almost $4 million. So we'll be up to $24 million in cap space if we cut him. And then if we cut, along with him cutting Ryan Khalil, we save $7 million, an additional $7 million. So we'll be at $32 million, which is pretty darn good. There's a lot of small free agents to re-sign. There's nobody real huge, no big contracts with KB out the way, off the books. There's no big contract. So
we gotta start thinking about Funchess though, because Funchess after next year will be a free agent as well.
Yes, that's a fact. Yep, that's a good point.
So option for a 5th year because he wasn't a 1st round pick.
Yeah, he wasn't a 1st round pick, so there's no 5th year option.
Yep. So him and Kelvin would have expired at the same time. And I'm ashamed that I didn't even mention that in my rebuttal, in my thoughts episode. And whoever hasn't seen it yet should check it out. You should check out Rashad's as well. But yeah, like they would have been free agents the same year, and then we would have had a decision to make. We weren't going to keep both. So that's why it made sense to trade one too. Besides all the other things that were going on in the background with Kelvin.
But yeah, I mentioned. By the way, guys, I mentioned Star in and Norwell, but they won't demand huge numbers. Is what I'm saying. They're not gonna like Norwell's not gonna get a trade contract, and Star's not getting a KK contract. So that's what I mean. They're not huge deal. They're gonna get some money, but it's not gonna be a huge deal. That's what I mean.
How much you think Star's gonna want?
I don't know, man. Star seemed like he low maintenance, man. I think he just wants to stay in Carolina. I don't think money's a big deal for him. I could be wrong. That's just his personality.
Yeah,
me.
He's
very super laid back.
Yeah, he's very laid back. Cool dude, very laid back. But I'm just curious to see, man, after seeing how much KK got, because at one point, man, Star was the better player. So then you got a question, all right?
Yeah, that's like the year they got maybe the first 2 years
when they got drafted.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't too much. It wasn't too much time where he was better than KK.
But the thing is, you got to remember what Star's role is too, right? Now we're going into another conversation. This probably could be an episode, but you got to remember what Star's. Yeah, you got to remember what Star's role was. Like Star's job was to freaking get double teamed every play, double to triple team every play. So he's not going to get the sacks. His job is just to push the middle and have more people to push the middle in his face. So
let's table that one though. Let's table that. Because we could have the bye week. We'll talk about that during the bye week.
All right. We'll talk about it next week then.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So all right, let's move on. I think we got a hung jury on Jonathan Stewart. I think we'll give it a couple more weeks and then we'll revisit the docket on him. I think it's definitely a hung jury.
The funny thing is, like next week's episode is going to be during the Monday night game.
Yeah, I was going to say how you want to handle it. You want to live stream during the game, bro?
Yeah,
I think we should.
We can. We'll set up. We'll start a little early next week and live stream the whole game.
Yeah, we'll live stream the game so that way you can get our live feedback on the game. I think I was going to suggest that earlier, but we had technical difficulties. We had to get past. But yeah, all right. So let's move on. Let's talk about NFC South, man. Let's see how it's shaping up. Let's go from the bottom to the top. Right now, you got the Tampa Bay Bucks.
They're done.
2-6.
They're done. What I've been saying in the chat with Larry all this time. You want to say it again?
They're trash.
Bucks are trash.
They're trash, man.
They're trash, and they just lost Jameis for at least 2 weeks minimum.
At least 2 weeks.
At least 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're done.
Trash. They're done.
Cutter lost the team. They out here scrapping dudes. Mike Evans frustrated. They scrapping cats. They're done, man.
Evans is suspended next week. Caught giving me some fantasy problems when I'm already got fantasy issues. This guy wants to try to sucker punch folks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're done. Yeah. That's it. All you analysts thought the Bucs was going to win this division?
Yeah, 2-6. They look real stupid right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 2-6. So the next 4 games, they got the Jets at home, Dolphins on the road, Falcons on the road, and Packers on the road. So 3 of their next 4 games are on the road. Tough stretch. Jets. That game was supposed to be a gimme. They're balling right now. And the next 3 are away, including the Packers and Falcons on the road. They got a tough stretch. They're done.
They could beat Green Bay.
I don't think so, bro.
Without Rodgers, they could beat Green Bay.
Their defense is terrible. Their secondary is trash. And Hundley's getting reps right now. So by that time, he'll be fine.
He should be ready. Yeah, he might be. We'll see.
He'll be fine.
Every single time I see Huntley, man, I'm like, I want to play him in daily fantasy so bad, but he looks so terrible. And he doesn't have to get that many points. But he looks so bad. Oh, God, he looks so bad. Good gracious, he looks bad. Yeah,
they're bad. But, all right, let's move on from the Bucs. That we know they're bottom of the barrel, trash, top 10 draft pick. They're already doing mock drafts for 2018 draft, so they're screwed. Falcons, they're 4-4. They got a pretty tough next 4 games. They've got the Cowboys at home. They got the Seahawks on the road. They got to go out west. The Bucs at home, and then the Vikings at home. So I see them dropping at least 2 of the next 4 games.
They could lose 3 out of the next 4.
Yeah, they're losing a couple of those games.
Yeah, they're definitely losing. Like if Zeke plays next week, if like the whole court thing clears, They're losing next week. They're definitely losing to Seattle. They'll beat the Bucks, and they'll lose to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So that's
how big of a lead will they blow? They definitely blew a 10-point lead against us.
They did blow a 10-point lead.
As that's been pointed out, they blew a 10-point lead.
Yes, they blew a 10-point lead against us. I think they'll blow up. I think they're gonna blow the lead against Minnesota. I think they're gonna come out strong against Minnesota, and they're gonna blow a lead.
They're good at doing it.
Yeah,
they are good at doing it.
Maybe Dallas.
All right, so anything else on the Bucks? I mean, on the Falcons?
Nah, I mean, like they still got to play the Saints twice too. They play the Saints 2 out of 3 weeks. They're about to play the Saints 14 and 6, week 14 and week 16. Those will be some interesting games because those games right there might decide whether or not Carolina can sneak up and steal this division. Truth be told, but it all depends on which Falcons we get. Of the Falcons that New Orleans get. But like that hangover is showing up, man. That hangover is not a game.
We called that. We called that. Everybody's picking us to be at the bottom of the division for some reason. And that Super Bowl hangover is real, man. They lost their offensive coordinator. The offense doesn't look that great. This is the same personnel. They got the exact same people. Offense is just trash. But they trash. They put up 300 something passing yards on us. So I ain't gonna say they trash, but definitely don't look like they did last year. Yeah. All right, we'll wrap up the Falcons. Then next up we got us. We're currently second in the division at 6-3. Next 4 games we got the Dolphins Monday night, which we'll talk about in a second. We got a bye week. Then we got the Jets on the road and the Saints on the road. So we should, man. We'll talk about the Dolphins game, but that Dolphins that bye week is the perfect. You couldn't get better timing on our bye week because it's coming on after a Monday night game, so we don't have a short week to worry about. So it's week 11. It's about in the middle of the season, so that bye week's gonna be right on time. Those next 2 road games are gonna be tough.
I'm going to one of them.
You going to the New York game?
Yeah, I'm going to the Jets game in New Jersey because they don't play in New York.
Well, yeah, we knew that, dude.
They play right at the line, though, but they don't play in New York.
And then the Saints rematch, which should be very interesting. I think it's going to be not completely different, but they'll see a different team. That game was when the Saints decided they want to start marching in and shit. So they definitely turned it around at that game against us. So hopefully we can definitely show up. We showed up a couple years ago on the road against the Saints. So I think that's going to be a great game, and it's going to go a long way to determining NFC South champs. Yep. And speaking of the Saints, they are currently 6-2, leading the NFC South. Let's put some context to the Saints because everybody's crowning them as the cream of the NFC South crop, and I'm sick of it. I'm tired of this narrative that they're so great. Let's talk about it. So look at who their wins have come against. They've had 6 straight wins, right? So they beat us at home or beat us at Bank of America Stadium. We're a good team. We're kind of inconsistent, not still trying to figure ourselves out. They beat the Dolphins, trash. They beat the Lions. I'll give that's a solid win, even though their record doesn't really reflect it. They're 3-4 right now. They're
about to be 4-4 though.
They're looking like they're about to be 4-4. They're winning 14-3 right now against the Packers, but it's the Packers. And hence the next game they played the Packers with no Aaron Rodgers, with Hundley getting his first start. So they beat the Packers with no Aaron Rodgers. They beat the Bears 3-5, and they beat the Bucks. They didn't. I'll give them credit for beating who they're supposed to beat, but it's not like they're out here beating great teams. I mean, they beat us. That's a good win. They beat us. That's a good win. But it's not like they lost to to New England. They lost to the Vikings. So I mean, they've got some L's against some good teams. So it's not like they're out here world beating. So the next 4 games will prove my point. Because if they're gonna be, they're gonna be this great world beating team that everybody wants to crown them to be, they've got to go beat Buffalo on the road, which is a good team, even though they were stunk it up on Thursday.
That was terrible.
Yep, they got Buffalo on the road. They got the Redskins at home. The Redskins are playing pretty good football. It's when they beat the Saints. Their defense is really good. I don't think they're getting a lot of credit for their defense. They're actually really good. They've got the Rams in LA. We'll find out if the Saints are really the Saints then. And then they got us at Bank of America. So I see them losing 2 of those games.
Well, they got us in New Orleans.
New Orleans. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, they play at home. That's what I meant. They play at home. So I see them losing 2 of those games. I think the last 2 specifically, they will lose against the Rams and the Panthers. And that hopefully we'll be doing what we're supposed to do. And then at that time, we'll be leading the division. So what's your thoughts on the Saints? Because I think you were the one saying they were so great.
I think they're legit, man.
They've called them Super Bowl champs already.
No. I said they look like that Super Bowl squad that won it with a better defense. I think their defense is legit, man. Like, and if you go to I know stats with context, I get all that. But their defense, 9th best scoring defense in the NFL. So, they've given up the yards. Like, they're 15th in total yards. They're 12th in passing, 19th in rushing yards.
They're not playing anybody, Dave.
I know, but
it's not like they're playing high-powered offenses, bro.
All right, let's see here. They played Detroit. That was a wacky game. There was a lot of defensive touchdowns in that game, too. All right, they haven't played a high-powered offense. I'll give you that. Other than New England.
They lost. And they lost
that game.
That's what I'm saying. They're not that great. I mean, like I said, I will give them credit for beating who they're supposed to beat. That's where the buck stops.
Yeah, the schedule's the schedule, man. I'm not denying that. The schedule's the schedule. Like right now, like if you look at the standings right now for those guys, you look up the standings for the NFC South, they've given up the least points, but they haven't played any high-powered offenses. I'll give you that. Other than the Patriots, I'll give you that. But so I don't want to.
Based on your stat, their defense is better than ours.
I just said points allowed. Don't put words in my mouth. And we've played more games.
Stats with context. So don't put.
Yeah, we've played more games. They've had their bye. We have not. And there's only a 4-point difference between us. We've given up 159 points over 9 games. They've given up 155 over 8. So, average-wise, we have a better average than them. But as a whole, I think that we can beat them. It's going to be tough to beat them in the Dome.
You've done it before.
We've done it before, but it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. Breeze is a different quarterback in that Dome. They're a different team than what they're normal. They're a different team than they have been over the past few years. They've been focused on more of a run first philosophy, like they had on the Super Bowl year that they won.
We know what to look for. I'm telling you, we'll stop. We'll slow them down because we're a really good run stopping team. We'll be able to stop them on the ground, force Breeze to put it up, and we just got to hope our safeties and defensive backs can do their thing. But I think we're definitely going to play them tougher. And again, this is a new look offense. By that time, Curtis Samuel will be shining. I'm telling you, watch. Mark my words, man. Curtis Samuel going to be shining. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But I think the Saints are overrated right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the NFC conference. Man, listen.
It's tough.
Like we would be – oh, my God. Like we would be in tough. We would be in off a wild card. We would be the 5 seed.
Yeah, that's the net. Let's jump into that because I got the playoff standings right now. Let's talk a little bit about where we're at. So the Eagles got the number 1 seed, 8-1, looking good. Saints got the number 2 seed.
Yep.
At 6-2. The Vikings got the number 3 seed. The Rams got the number 4 seed. We just moved up from the 6th spot to the 5 spot. And the Cowboys have the 6th spot. So I think it's gonna start. It's gonna start leveling out here soon because I think the Cowboys got a tough schedule coming up, and so do the Saints. Eagles do as well. Eagles will drop a couple more games, even though they're looking great. They're gonna drop a couple games, bro. They're gonna drop a couple games.
They got their own bye this week. They got 2 weeks to prepare for Dallas. Then they got Chicago, Seattle. Yeah, man, LA, Giants.
Yeah, they're gonna drop a couple games, bro.
Well, only games I could see them legit dropping. They could lose to Dallas if Zeke's not there. I mean, if Zeke's there. But they'll probably lose to Seattle because they're on the road. And they could lose to LA as well. But Wentz out there balling, man. The rest of these games are very winnable.
I think they're going to catch a couple fades.
They'll take maybe 2, 3 losses at worst. 3 losses at best. So they'll be 12-4. They're probably going to have the number 1 seed in the NFC. 12-4 will probably do it this year.
We'll see. We will see. I think the Vikings are beatable as well. I think they'll drop a couple games.
You think Bridgewater's coming back, man? That'll be interesting.
Doesn't matter at this point. You might as well let Keenum ride out.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Vikings. They got the Rams. They got the Redskins.
They got us. They're gonna drop a couple games. They catching a couple L's, bro.
They got the Bungles. But they get Green Bay and Chicago again. Most lucky guys being in the NFC North. But maybe Aaron Rodgers will be back for the Green Bay game to stop their tracks. But I don't see it. If Green Bay keeps looking like this, there's no point in him coming back.
Yeah, he needs to just chill out.
Yeah, there's no point. Let's see. Dang, the Atlanta's 9th. Look at that. Look at the Falcons at 9th. That's cute. Just so y'all know, man, out of all the teams in the NFC South, I probably hate the Falcons more than anybody else. So, that's why you should go to the game, man. I'm telling you, you got to make it to a Panthers Falcons game. I think I've been to one.
It's great.
I've been to one with you.
It's electric in there. We went to the Falcons game before?
I think we went to a Falcons game.
Yeah. I lost track, man.
Because I know I've seen them play the Saints, seen them play the Falcons.
Yeah, I've seen them play the Saints.
Yeah, I've seen them play the Bears. I've seen them play
the Bucks too.
Giants. Giants was a playoff game. I went to New Jersey for that one. At the old Giant at the Meadowlands. I've seen them play the Jets. This will be my second time seeing them play the Jets. I went to Thanksgiving in 2015 when they played Dallas. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was awesome. So I've gotten my fair share.
All right, so where we at? We gotta talk about this Miami game coming up.
Yeah, there ain't much to talk about, man.
It's really not, man. I'm not gonna draw this out. We're gonna get the dub. Their offense is complete trash. We were looking at the rankings before we got on. They're like bottom. They're like low. I mean, high 20s, 26, 27, 28. They're not good. We should destroy them. I think the offense will explode, even though their defense is good.
They're decent. They're decent.
I mean, they're decent.
Like they have a top 10 run defense. They're seventh. They're 7th in defending the run, 14th against the pass, 10 in yards, but they give up a lot of points. They're 17th in points allowed. So the defense is decent. Like they can stop the run pretty well. So I'm curious to see since they're top 10. Huh?
You ready for this day? The Panthers will put up 30 points. 30 points on the Miami Dolphins Monday night, prime time.
We're going to do this stats with context with you. So when you say they're going to put up 30 points, you're talking about the offense?
Offense. Offense.
Is going to put in 30 points. Because I could see Carolina getting an offensive touchdown in this game.
Offense, 30 points. Explode. It's going to be an explosion. Shula about to have the boys ready.
He better.
Yep. 30. So matter of fact, let me go ahead and make my score prediction. I'm gonna say
better be over 30.
I'm gonna say 38. No, 38 is too high. I'm gonna say 30 even to 10. 10 points for the 10 points for Miami. 30-10. I was pretty close on the Falcons score too.
I said 2017 if I remember correctly.
I said 28-17.
Yeah,
so I got their score right, but I missed on ours.
I got the 3-point margin right.
No, because you said the cap was 17. So I think you called
17-14.
17-14. Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, I picked this to win for 17-14. So it was. I got the point differential spot on. And it's crazy what happened with that game. The Vegas line changed the day of the game. Like all week, the Panthers was a 2.5-point favorite, and then it swung Sunday morning, and then the Falcons was a 2.5-point favorite. Typically, when that happens, it's crazy how that went down. Typically, when things like that happen, it changes the grand scheme of things of how they think the game's going to go. But it worked out. When I saw that swing, I was looking at my fantasy lineups, then I was getting nervous because typically when a swing like that happens, I try to play one of the defenses because that means they're probably going to do well. So I played Panthers defense and it worked out. Got an interception, got some sacks, didn't give up too many points.
Nope,
so
that's good. That's good. So yeah, I expect the offensive explosion from the Panthers.
For me, I'm gonna say 24-9, Carolina. Not 30.
Yeah, I don't.
And then we're not gonna give up a touchdown.
I don't. Wow, that's pretty bold.
Yeah, we're not gonna give up a touchdown. We'll give them 3 field goals.
I think McCaffrey is going to be a matchup nightmare for Miami. I don't think their linebackers lack speed. So, like I said, Atlanta was the most athletic defense speed-wise we're going to see probably all season. So, I say that to say McCaffrey was able to do that on them. He's going to shine on a slower defense.
Yeah, I'm looking at this chat, man.
What are they talking about, man?
JD and
Curtis Samuel gets his first TD. I like that.
Yeah, it's the Monday night game, so I won't be able to play it in daily. I don't like playing the full slate. I don't like playing Thursday through Monday, so I'm not going to play. I might have one lineup that goes Thursday to Monday. But typically, I stay away from the Thursday and Monday night games. That I don't have good luck on it at all, so I stay away. But
all right, man, what we looking like? What we looking like fantasy wise?
In these fantasy streets,
I mean, Golden Tate is eating. Golden Tate is back.
I need him. I need him to keep eating. I got him in a couple leagues, but we'll see. Let me see here.
Me and my team in this league and do too well, but I think I'm up. I'm up right now.
Let me see. Let me do the screen share.
101 to 83, catching this dub.
All right, let's see what we're looking like. Let me pull up these scores real quick.
Doug Martin killed. He has 7 yards rushing, bro.
Let's say it together now. Say it together now. Bucks are trash. Let's continue with that.
I put a lot of stock in Doug Martin, man.
I did that with Andrew Luck, man. How do you think I feel? I had Luck in like 6 leagues out of my 12.
Then Deshaun Watson goes down. Just kill me, man.
Look, man, it's a long fantasy season. I got a chance to make this comeback, though. 4th and Schlong about to I might get that Monday night miracle. I was down by I think 20 going into this, if I remember correctly. I get the nice little pretty suspended right here for Mr. Evans. It's gonna be fun next week. Yeah, man. I need Golden Tate and Devontae to get me there, man. I got like 10 points to go. Let's do this. Get me there. Plenty of time left. That would be great if that happens. All right. So Then we got Jared over here. I'm gonna need Team D to play to set his lineups though. You gotta set your lineups, bro. But the crazy thing is Jared still might lose.
They asked you about. I think they asked you about Curtis Samuel. What we should do from a fantasy perspective with Curtis Samuel. I actually picked him up in one league.
I picked him up in one league, but I dropped him because I was trying to see if I could get another running back. Because I'm struggling in the league that I was going to pick him up in. I'm struggling with running backs. I think you can pick Samuel up and put him in yet, because right now it seems like Samuel is more of he's not getting that many targets, so you're pretty much banking that he's going to get like a couple shots. He's just going to get a couple shots and he gets one for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's not quite there yet, but I'm telling you, you might want to stash him. You might want to pick him up if you got the spot to stash him.
Yeah,
because I think it's slowly increasing. You can see it week by week. It takes time to develop that relationship with Cam. But once they get it, it's gonna be a wrap.
But you know who you can drop right now though? Jonathan Stewart. You're going to drop him. I dropped him weeks ago. But
yeah.
If you haven't done it yet, you should go ahead and take care of that.
You dropped him a long time ago.
Oh yeah, man. As soon as he got that negative day, he was gone. Out of here. I ain't wasting my. If you're a running back that's giving me a negative day and your carry count is not going the right direction, you're gone. I'm not wasting my time. I'd rather have somebody that gives me 20 carries that averages 2 yards a carry than have a guy that's gonna fumble the ball. That's the other game where he fumbled the ball and put me in the negative and he didn't get no more love. I was done. That was it for me. Nah. I'm trying to win, bro. Like I can't be winning off faith. I gotta go with the numbers. I'd rather put somebody else in that's gonna get me the carries. I'd rather have a running back that's not splitting with somebody every time. But yeah, so Stewart could probably go. Cam is interesting.
Play him.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Every if you got him, play him, man. It's about to pick up, man. Business is about to pick up.
Cam or Kirk Cousins?
Cam.
Cam or Matthew Stafford?
Cam.
Cam or Carson Wentz?
Wentz. I get
Cam or Jared Goff?
I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. Like I haven't watched. I know he's putting up stats, but I haven't even watched enough. I know, but I don't know. I can't really answer that because I really don't know what he's been doing. I know he's putting up numbers, but I don't really know what he's doing.
I already picked up Derrick. I picked up Derrick Henry on a whim a few weeks ago. Somebody dropped him in a league, and I was desperate for a second running back. And I picked up Derrick Henry the week after he had this big game. And I've been playing him. I know but for a running back too, for the squad that I have, I'm just playing Derrick, hoping for like 5 points. I just want 5 out of him. Give me 5 a week because I have Todd Gurley. I have Gurley, I have Julio, and I have Demaryius and Doug Baldwin. So I just need Henry to get me 5 to 7. That's what I need. And if he becomes a starter, that team's going to be a problem, man. I started 0-4 in that league, and I'm 5-4 now. So my team is running the right direction in that league.
Yeah. So for Cam is getting rushing yards too and rushing touchdowns. So those other quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's the fear, right? Like if Cam's involved in a running game like he was against Atlanta,
of course he is.
Then yeah, Cam is going to be more viable. But we know at the beginning, part of the reason why I said stay away from Cam at the beginning of the season was because I didn't think he was going to run as much. And they didn't try to run him as much.
You can't expect the line not to roar, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Camism.
Hashtag Camism.
Camism.
Adrian, yeah, Tom Brady over Cam. Like,
y'all tripping, man.
Look, man, in fantasy football, I don't care about wins or losses. I care about the stat line. I'm the guy that'll play Blake Bortles if I feel like he'll get like 250 yards passing in the hole. All right? I don't care about stat line. I don't care about wins and losses when it's fantasy football involved. That's why I try to take team loyalty out of it. Yeah, it's Titanic not to roar.
Y'all tripping, man. Start Cam every week except the bye week.
Or if you have Brady.
No. Cam.
What?
Yeah, like Brady ain't been putting up super super crazy numbers like that.
All right, let's. All right, y'all can see my screen, right? I gotta let me spit some game right now. All right, position rank. Here are the position ranks for all the quarterbacks in fantasy football. All right, Alex Smith is number 1, Watson's 2, and he's gone, so you know he's gonna fall down the pike. Carson Wentz is 3, Brady, Wilson, Dak. Oh shoot, Cam 7.
Oh, what a
wow.
glory. Exactly. And Cam ain't even like the offense is just about to get going.
Yeah.
Tom is not that good, man.
Well, Tom's 4.
He's good, but I'm telling you, Tom ain't like if you watch some game, Tom not doing what Tom used to do, like fantasy wise. He's not like that. Not number 1 guy.
But he's still like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's still
Cam's right there, and Cam's right there, and look how bad our offense has been. Just imagine when we put up 30 Monday night, y'all gonna be like, "Damn, I should have started Cam," and I'll be like, "Yo, you should have."
Hey, look, man, I could be wrong.
Especially this week,
Cam was struggling at the beginning of the year, though.
Yeah, the offense was trash.
Yeah, I'm looking at these numbers, yo. They're interesting. Like Deshaun was like out of his freaking mind.
He was, man. That's my guy.
Oh man, he was out of his mind when he was there. But nah, so okay. Cam's startable. I don't have him in any league, so
I don't either. I don't have any Panthers. I try to get
I have
McCaffrey.
Panthers. I got McCaffrey in one league. I had Kelvin in a few. I got Funches in like one. But the main quarterbacks I have right now, I got this guy, Mr. Wentz. I have this guy, Dak. I have him. Breeze, Stafford. And I'm playing golf for a little while, and I'm playing Tyrod for a little while. The one I got Tyrod in was because I lost him. I lost Deshaun. I had Deshaun in 2 leagues, but I also had Wentz in one, and I had Tyrod in the other. So everything else, yeah, I got Carr in one, but that's looking like an ugly situation.
Yo, Hundley running for his life out here, man.
Yo, like I want Hundley to keep running and not throw it to Cobb. I'm trying to hold on, man. I'm trying to hold on to a situation right now.
All right, we got anything else? 'Cause it's past my bedtime, man.
Yeah, and I'm going out, believe it or not. I'm about to head out.
Going out? Where are you going?
Yeah, one of my buddies is leaving. So they're watching the Monday night game at a spot in Providence. I'm going to take a ride out to Providence and have a beverage with them and then head back.
10 o'clock, bro. You tripping.
Nah, that's all right, man. Look, now I don't get to bed till around 11:30 anyway, so I'll be fine.
All right, that being said, let's rock this outro.
Thank you for listening to the Panther Nation podcast hosted by Rashad and David. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Panther Nation Podcast. You can also like our Facebook page at Panther Nation Podcast. While you're at it, follow us on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. And always remember, keep pounding.
Keep pounding, guys. Hey, shout out to all the new subscribers.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. We had about 30 videos this week, so it's cool beans. Y'all have a good one. And I'll see you guys next week. We're going to start early. We'll shoot for kickoff for the episode next week. All right?
Keep pounding, guys. It's going to be fun, man. Live commentary, bro. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, man. I'm going to have an iPad ready. All right. Y'all have a good one.